he started this struggle. Everybody has given him that, you know. But once he got under the skin of La Republique, and he was in jail, he should have removed himself from the revolution completely, because others were fighting for him. They were taking care of him, family, marching in the snow to negotiate with these same people. You cannot do that. You cannot go to bed with somebody who is killing you. How do you turn your back on them? They will kill you. It doesn't make any sense at all. It doesn't make any sense. And for those who try to say, oh no, this is an internal thing, because that is what La République has been trying to convince the whole world, backed by France, that it is an internal thing that can be settled internally. It is beyond that. Here in the US, if parents are abusing a child, their own child, the state comes in and takes that child out of them. What makes La République, after killing Ambazonians, think that they can just come now and say, sorry, let us go back to the way things are? It is an international crisis. When you kill somebody, you have killed a human being. It's no longer for
Thank
you
you.
to be the judge. You cannot judge, and you cannot be the perpetrator and the judge. This is an
Thank you.
international crisis. This is a problem that involves the whole world. Because when you kill somebody, you kill an inhabitant of the world, and you have to pay for it. So we are beyond that. There is no way we can negotiate with La République without a third independent party. And the Swiss talks are the only way forward that I see right now.
Thank you very much, Maima. Thank you very much for that contribution. Me, I myself, Rachel, sitting here, I will talk to some of you will call him Seseko, but I'll call him Grand Julio. That is how we used to call him. And I will still call him because I remember the day he came out from said, I sitting here, I was the one who also made sure that the NGO bought tracksuits for them, got the medical eye checkup from late Dr. Muna's clinic. The first handy he had, the new one, I, somebody, they may be wondering, the prison director from HSS, I doubled in so many things. I was able to negotiate, to contact the handlers that we had. Then the treasury was flowing with, there was money. Amazonians were out there. The treasury was full with money. I could just do my request for funds, and money was given for such things to be taken care of. Even after they were in lots of things, we were taking care of their foodstuff. Most of them were diagnosed with diabetes, high blood, and all those things. The doctor controlled their food, what they should be eating, and I made sure they got what was being taken to them. If they are listening to me, they
Yeah.
will know, because it's not everybody who talks too much, who does things and comes up to come and say them. But we are saying things now, not because we want to boast ourselves or that we have been doing, but to let the Amazonian people know that we have never left anybody behind. And Grand Julio and team and everything, no Amazonian had ever left you behind. In a phone call, I emphasized that President Sako is doing everything watching your back. Don't fall into the trap of these people who have gathered themselves. I will still call the name out. The person who perpetrated this thing, who is parading by his side, Penterence. They held the meetings, they negotiated many things. When they realized I was asking too many questions, I was pushed aside. But that did not stop me to continue for the truth in this revolution. I tell you, my heart bleeds because every man makes a mistake. But when you find people who are consistent in deceiving somebody, or somebody who let himself to be continuously be lied to be deceived, by his own brothers, like the way Grand Julio did or is doing, is very painful for those who know him. He has let his fellow Amazonians lie to him. He has also bought into the lies of La Republique. Grand Julio, if you are listening to me, this is what you will know. Because La Republique cannot rape you, cannot maim you, cannot arrest you, put you in prison, give you life imprisonment, and at the same time, you declare a government on the
In
day the
jail.
Security Council was supposed to discuss our case. You were pushed to the wall for what Amazonia, and you really, really want people to rally behind you. And I question the many that are still rallying behind you to ask, are you people really, really for this revolution, or you are for the positions that you think that will come with the benefits if you sit in a position in Amazonia? What are your ages? I know most of you, we have you've texted me when I asked you money from HSS to support them. You answered me that, are you not the one supporting President Sako? You people should go and get money from there. After you had confiscated all of the money that was in the treasury, our prisoners suffered, our refugees suffered, and you still have the guts. You think that people will just sit around and follow your footsteps when people are dying in Amazonia? Our innocent boys and girls are being killed. Grand Julio, it is not late. You are an intelligent man and a strong man, a man of your own will. Don't let some wolf just take you and cook turning cocoa with it.
Marriage, let me add
I just,
something here.
yes.
I just want to add here, you said something that touched my heart. Like you say, oh, people that say, for people that don't even know, Emma, people that sit there and just talk and say the right thing. Rachel, I'm married to a psychologist. Like my husband said, is nobody fooling your mind, is your mind. Your mind is your mind and it's not body fooling you. So let's quit talking this rubbish about people are fooling you. If you are a grown-up man, when people tell you things that you don't think they are right, you will not listen. Okay? If President Sako was interested in power, the Sako Ekome never wanted power. He remained active. He never fired any of us that was working for Sisiko. He did not. He came here and retained the chief of staff. He retained everybody that was in Ayokabe's government. He left from DC, flew to California to go look for Sisiko's family. For those people who don't even know, gave Sisiko's family, she said, Treasury, I'm making a, what do you call that thing? Requests. I need $5,000 so I can reach and give Sisiko's wife to take care of the kids. We said $5,000 from where? From this treasury money, no day. He said, if that last money you will empty and give it to me, please empty. If I need to go see our leader's wife, and I need to let her know Amazonians are thinking about her. $5,000 is not a lot of money for some woman who doesn't even know if her husband is alive or dead. That's not too much to ask. And you sit there. I mean, it's just so sad that people just talk things they don't know. I mean, like you have said, it is not. Tusiko was in this place for 3 months, Rachel. 3 months. Pata Sang said, fight like we don't even exist anymore. If you really wanted us to get our freedom, why can't you just let us fight like you don't exist anymore, like Patasam said? Negotiate for you and everybody else to be out of prison. Why must you want to be called president in prison? Call you president and all these titles. Do this matter? Or do we want to save these children that are being killed, Maricha? I think this thing, it touches me sincerely because when you wake up every morning, they have killed our children. And people are here taking sides when Switzerland is waiting for us. Had all these people stood behind the right thing, stand beside him, act, let's get to Switzerland, let's negotiate. When we get to Amazonia land, people will want to be president. Come and take it at that point. Because some of us want to just get out of here and go home. Right, my Rachel? Thank you for letting me
Thank
add
you,
my
Ma.
piece.
Thank you. I think we have exhausted that point. We've exhausted that point, fellow Amazonians. Please, we are not here to call names or to call out, to point fingers, but we are just creating awareness because there are times that we forget what is really going around us. Coupled with a pandemic that is shaking the world, some people have forgotten themselves. But please, do not forget home. Homeland is equally bleeding. There is a double pandemic. There is a Rwanda that is ongoing. There is a Holocaust that is ongoing in Amazonia. And if you sit quiet, a born bona fide Amazonian, count yourself an accomplice. Please, we are just calling on our consciences that we should together do something. Wasn't a land on its own. Why will a republic go paying people up and down, bribing even you fellow Amazonians to go and sell out your own? You decide to fall in the list of blacklegs, enabler, killer, murderer, just because of a few peanuts? No, I don't think you were cut off for that. Without taking much of our time, I know fellow viewers, many of us will be thinking, schools, September is at hand. What is the interim government thinking? What are they supposed to think? What are they supposed to do? I will call on Ma Emma to throw light or to sensitize our people. Why on school reopening or school going? Ma Emma, the floor is yours. Ma Emma, okay, ladies and gentlemen, technical problems, for us to
Mhm.
connect all over the world to get everybody in the studio. We thank God for His mercy upon us and the technical crew being there for us. And Ma Irene, if you did hear me, would you talk about school reopening? Because September is coming, this might be a topic on some of the people's minds. Ma Irene, are
You
you
know,
there?
marriage. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Heaven
Okay,
5.
marriage. Yeah, I like what Ma Emma said before. Ma Emma said that they're teaching our children, they call it franglais. You know, this is the point that we really need to drive home and to drive it especially to the international community. Some of them that have this narrative that, oh, we are depriving children of education. For some of our people, for those of you in the international world that are watching us now and thinking that we are depriving our children of an education, if you love our children, please tell the United Nations to free our land. So let me take a minute to talk about this marriage. We have kids that graduate university right now and know nothing because our kids are being taught in pidgin English. You know, pidgin English. Our kids finish school now. They don't even know how to read and write. Most of them finish school, marriage, they have become Okada drivers. Oh, na Okada na driver, na taxi, na Okada na motorcycle,
Okada,
right?
Okada, Okada
So,
motorcycle,
okay, they're doing
bike
Okada.
rider.
Are you? Yes. Is that what we really want from our children? Marriage, you and I don't sleep. You call me at midnight because there's some money for HSS. We wake up and we're thinking, which brother can we call now to beg? We want the best for our children. I happen to be a mother of beautiful children that are well educated and well placed. Ma Rachel, why do I fight in this struggle? I tell you what, it's not about me. It's about those sisters. I come from a very, very big family. Not everyone in my family is opportune to be in the United States or in Europe or wherever in the diaspora. The reason some of us fight is that we all are not blessed. I watched my own two sisters from my village drown in Guatemala, drown in the ocean and died, Rachel, trying to cross to come to the United States. Just so you know, one of them, the husband had died, then she died. What happened to these orphans? Had we had good school systems where when you work hard, America says, if you work hard and are a good citizen in the society, the skies are your limits. That's why Amazonia wants our children to not be learning this frangangile or whatever you call it. We want our children to be taught what you learned, Marija. Most of us came here, went to university, it was a breeze because we had a well-rounded education. But now our kids know nothing. They come from schools that you have, Francophones are in my village teaching them in French, in Pidgin English. And they come back. Marriage, let's talk about that for a minute. If they come back from that school now, what will they do for a job? You come to the site of the world you and I come from. The hospital in my village, we have a Francophone day when a doctor. Does my mother speak French? You know, so we are fighting for you. For those mommy, I go talk for Pidgin English. For those our sisters, we when I get children like us, where you take some of the people they talk say, oh, when I see that the day white man country, they are picking the day white man country. Now why they don't want more on own picking go school? That's not true. Which way we want, and I say let the children, our nieces and nephews, the children will not get opportunity for the white man country. May they learn only for country, become the good doctors, become the good journalists, do whatever God has given them in their talent to be able to do. So please, the notions that we are trying to deprive our own kids. Amazonians are the most educated people and we love education. So the notion that we are trying to not let our kids go to school, I want you people to cancel that. How can children go to school in a war zone, marriage? Are they going to be raped in the class? You saw what happened in University of Boyas. These useless La Republique militaries, they were sleeping with our own young daughters, raping our children. When they go to school, are they going to face a bullet? What are they going to face, Rachel? Who do we know are waiting for them? La Republique would turn around and kill all of them because they want to say, oh, Amber boys kill their own children in school. No, it's a lie. How can children go to school, marriage in a war zone? How? How? So it's not about mothers. We are not saying don't send children to school. We're saying that the children will be caught in a fight. It will never be too late. Our seasoned Secretary of State of Education has a curriculum that Jews stand class from nursery to vocational to handicap education to everything for our children to be able to learn. We will fast track these kids. We will fast track them. And like you and I have said, we will start having some programs, but we do not want, all our Republic wants them to come to school is so that they can get paid. You went to PSS. When they want these children in school, it's because they know they're losing money, Rachel. It's not because they love our children. No. They want to keep making money.
Irene, we have a call. Hello.
Hello, my Rachel.
Hello, my patience.
Hello, sis.
Yes, that talk is so sweet. I said, might just say something before I leave when I continue a fantastic job. You know, something provoked me. I said, I give for a call. You know, one of you mentioned, say, are we fighting the war or are we fighting for position? I really feel like I want to address this. I want to address this because I just say that could be the enemy for our struggle, even when they fight for position. I'll explain well. You know, the motto for we IG, I say, independence now, politics later.